On this episode of the vlog, we're going to be talking about Wu-tang, the LinkedIn algorithm, and some projects I got going on. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the vlog. It's episode 17. Woo! All right, let's get into it today. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that YouTube tells you when I post these videos, which is going to be every Friday at 12 Eastern Standard Time. Let's get into it. I didn't post last week, which I was just swamped and I just couldn't get to it. As many of you know, I do have a full-time job as I'm trying to build this business, and I just had too many things going on and I just couldn't get to it. So that's on me. Bad time management. Yeah, I was just swamped. I just couldn't get to it. But I have some successes and some failures I want to get into. With me not being able to film last week, I'll add that to one of my failures. I also I didn't prioritize some things, so it was not a productive week for me. But I do have some successes, so that's really uplifting. I did hand out a bunch of my business cards. I went to a lot of real estate agencies and I handed out about 40 business cards, so hopefully I get some callbacks, some emails, something comes out of it. And I scheduled to go to the Young Professionals Association in my local Chamber of Commerce. So those are some successes and some failures. Got some things going on, moving. I got some projects. I got 2 projects that I'm going to be working on, so that's some steps moving forward. Super excited to start all that. Super excited to do everything. I'll keep you guys updated with everything that's going on. One of the things I've noticed in the last 2 weeks is I've been really tired and lethargic. I don't know if it's from all the work I'm doing at my other job, at my main job, or if I'm not sleeping well. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. It could also be my food. I haven't been eating well. I may just be having too much caffeine. That can happen. I gotta figure that out. If you guys have any suggestions, go ahead, comment below. Let me know what you do when you're feeling really tired and lethargic. It's been like 2 weeks, which hampers my productivity. If you really don't want to do anything because you're just so exhausted, how can you be productive? I tell myself that I'm going to do something and I just don't I have a hard time just getting out of bed, and it's hard. It ends up being really hard. Even just setting all this stuff up to do the vlog today was a pain, and I just had a hard time doing it today. So yeah, make sure you comment below any suggestions you have for getting over being lethargic and tired. Some of the projects I'm working on, I got 2 branding projects I'm working on. One's for an author and one's for a life coach, so I'm really excited to be working on that. If you don't know, branding is pretty much your gut feeling that your customers have about you. So it's not just your logo, it's everything encompassing, from your looks to how you talk to people, your customer service. Everything is all encompassing to what your brand is. So I'm going to be helping those 2 guys out with that. Really excited to start that. The process for it takes a long time. It's a lot of work and takes a lot of research, because you not only have to see what the person wants and how they can achieve that, but also what do we want the customer to see and what do we want them to perceive. So do you want to look like you're a scumbag, or do you want to look like you know what you're talking about, that you are successful, that you're professional? Or do you want to be laid back? Do you want to seem like you're more put together, more type A versus type B? What do we want? What do we want to show out to the world? And that takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and there's a lot of meetings that we go through with the clients and everything. But the end product is really good, really well researched, and the client knows exactly what they're gonna get. They know exactly when they're gonna get it, and they're gonna get the results that they want. Everything is backed by research, everything is backed by facts, and it's not just something that you pull from the ether. That's not how any of this works. You get a little bit of that because obviously the creativity comes from there. You know, it comes from the non-material. But for the most part, it's research, a lot of development, and a lot of ideation. So with those two projects, I'll make sure I'll keep you guys informed with that. Let's get into things that I like and things that I hate. So something that I've really been liking recently, in the last 2 weeks, I've started to watch Wu-Tang, an American Saga. I'll go ahead and put the trailer below, and it's a fantastic show. If you don't know anything about Wu-Tang, this is a great intro into it. It tells you the story of how all these guys came together, how they started making music, and just like their life story. And it's rated mature. It's really eye-opening to a lot of, like, I've grown up in the hood, but it wasn't as bad as these guys had it. Obviously they grew up in a different time than I did, but I still didn't deal with stuff like they did. And it's an excellent show, an excellent drama. There's laughs, there's a lot of hardness, but at the end of the day, like, it's a fantastic show. I highly suggest it. Check it out, links below. Another thing I've been really liking, Disney Plus finally came out, and it's great. My wife and I have been watching Boy Meets World. It's one of our favorite shows growing up, and they literally have everything. Like Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, every movie from Brink to Steamboat Willie. They got like all the Star Wars on there, anything Disney, Marvel, National Geographic, all that stuff, it's on there, and it's great. Even one of my personal favorite shows of all time, 90s X-Men. I'll go ahead and put the theme song down below because it is awesome. If you didn't know about 90s X-Men, now's the time to go check it out because it's on Disney Plus. You get a week free trial. It doesn't hurt to go check it out. Now for something that I hate. This LinkedIn algorithm is driving me nuts. I go on all the stuff that I make, and it just seems like it's all over the place. Not the content that I'm making, because to me that seems pretty focused, and my group of people, you know, they would tell me if I make something that was off-brand or whatever. But like sometimes I get like 1,200 views, sometimes I get like 13 views or whatever, and it's just, it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to hammer down on what's been successful and what's not, but it just seems to be all over the place. And I mean, if you got any suggestions about like what I'm doing wrong or anything at all that maybe somebody knows about this algorithm, but it just seems to be all over the place and I'm not understanding it. Even some of the people that I talk to on the daily on LinkedIn, like they're having the same issues, and it's very frustrating because you're trying to make stuff, you're trying to make it successful, and it's just not working out, or it's just all over the place. And it just doesn't make sense. They don't give you enough information to like help you. And I'm not about to drop, what is it, like $80 a month for the sales, whatever. I know that there's a 1-month trial for some of the other things, but like that's ridiculous. You should give me more information. Like you're selling my information, like I should be able to have that too. Like it's ridiculous. I've been looking at guides to try and hammer it out and try and figure it out, but it's just, I don't know. It's been frustrating. That's why it's in things that I hate. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Make sure you go ahead and hit the little notification bell so that YouTube tells you when I post these, which should be every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a nice day!